In the general election, the blue tide of Tory gains lapped up to the borders of Hartlepool, but didn't cross them. It couldn't happen here, some said. Labour since the seat was created. But will it stay that way?
All my life I've been Labour. Never voted for anyone else.
Even in the last election?
In the last election I did.
But this time you're wavering?
Yeah, I certainly am.
I'm going to vote Tory.
Is that the first time for you?
Yes.
So you didn't even in the general election vote for Boris Johnson, but this time you are?
Yeah.
Would you normally be Labour?
Normally, yeah. Yeah.
But this time you're not sure?
Not sure this time.
One of Hartlepool's last remaining steelworks, Liberty, is under threat. Labour says it would do whatever it takes to save it. But that messaging isn't lapped up the way it used to be. And Labour isn't certain to hold this seat.
People have no love for the Tories here, though. I'm really clear about that as well. When you listen to people on the doorstep, they can see that there's been. They can see that there's been. Well, they can see that there's been 11 years of Tory decline in Hartlepool, and they can see that during that time there's a timeline here where they can see jobs ebbing away from the town. We've lost.
So why is it neck and neck?
We've lost 1,600 manufacturing jobs from this town in the last 5 years.
So what's your explanation for why they're even thinking of voting for Boris Johnson's
candidate?
I think
you can never tell people in Hartlepool what to do, and people will make up their own minds.
Labour's hoping that its party machine will pull out the vote. But Labour MPs who've been dragooned up to help say a bond with many voters round here has been broken. And the Tory message that a vote for them will bring jobs and investment to the area is, they say, landing with some voters.
So you're torn between Labour and the Conservatives?
I'm torn.
What sort of issues are you weighing up?
Who's going to do the best for the town, and what's jobs worth, that type of thing.
Bringing money here, investment.
Bringing money in, investment.
But you'd normally be Labour.
Yes.
You didn't even vote for them last time round, the general election. The Tories, Boris Johnson.
No.
But this time you might.
I might.
Do you think a lot of other people are in the same place?
Yes, I do.
Reform UK, successor to the Brexit Party, say the Tories are trying to buy the voters here.
Their whole campaign message is, if you vote for the Tory MP and you get a Tory MP, somehow you'll get the investment as being a Tory MP.
You'll get money and jobs.
Yeah, so it's almost like a threat. It's almost like a threat, really, to the people of Hartlepool.
If you don't, you won't get it.
If you don't, you won't get it. And that is just completely wrong.
People say we're only going to get our hands on some of the pie if we have a Tory MP.
Well, I don't think that's because we're Conservatives. I think it's because we work more. We're very proactive, and we go out and fight for people.
Some people look around and they think there's something sort of transactional going on here. You get a Conservative MP, and yeah, you get a bit of extra money from the new fund. Boris Johnson makes sure you're looked after with a bit of cash.
The fund is there for everybody to access.
Yes, but it's going more to Tory
well, perhaps
MPs.
That's because we fight for it more.
Some people would say that might not be what's going on behind the scenes, and it's pork barrel politics.
Well, they can say what they want.
I'm standing in the Hartlepool by-election for the Liberal Democrats.
All right.
And
I've never voted for Liberal Democrats.
Have you not?
He probably shouldn't sound so surprised. This is pretty tough terrain for the Lib Dems, and the referendum on EU membership made it even tougher.
This area voted nearly 70% for Brexit, and yours was the party trying to frustrate that happening.
I think
how does that go down?
The debate has moved on. You know,
they've forgiven you or forgotten.
The debate has moved on. You know, we need to be united. We're all Hartlepoolians.
This seat was such a Leave stronghold that at the general election, a quarter of votes here went to the Brexit Party. Other parties are now eyeing that carcass. The Brexit Party, in its prime, got about 2/3 of its support from former Labour supporters, about 1/3 from former Conservative supporters. Where is that support going now, without the Brexit Party there and its successor party struggling for profile? Pollsters think it's breaking in the opposite proportions. 2/3 of former Brexit Party supporters are going off to the Conservatives, 1/3 to Labour. If that's right, in a seat like Hartlepool, it could make all the difference.
I've always been a Labour voter, always.
And now?
No, I go Conservative.
Thank you very much. Conservatives all the way now.
If the Tories did win here, it would send shockwaves through Labour. The party, still reeling from its worst general election result since 1935, would be left wondering if still more heartlands could be lost. Gary Gibbon, Channel 4 News, Hartlepool.
So that was Gary Gibbon, our political editor, with that report. And here is a full list of the prospective candidates who are running in the Hartlepool by-election on May the 6th.